Hi, I'm Roger Wake. Hi, I'm Texas Green Plumbing Man. I got three people talking to me, and I'm trying to make sure cameras are good. I'm Texas Green Plumbing Man. I am in for Roger Wakefield today. He is actually out, which is fantastic because I got to hijack his show. So I want to see what is going on over here. I should have a live there, and it doesn't show it. Don't know why this one over here. I'm not showing live here. So I just did. Tech happens, especially when you're a superhero and you never do stuff like this. I might just go check your YouTube, make sure we're good. Did you? There we go. Perfect. We're looking good now. I've got cameras up and going, and we are rolling through it today. Already got 15 comments. Guys, tell me something. You're already in here. I like this. Sexy voice guy. Voice so sexy, it's criminal. Man, what a name to have. Sean Strong says, Texas Green Plumbing Man. Yes, indeed. Texas Green Plumbing Man is in the house. I'm going to scroll back up. Already got new members getting in here this morning. I love it. Welcome to it. We're rebranding our membership. I'll tell you this. Now's the time to get in because we're changing what we're doing. There's going to be cool stuff in there. And the people that are already in, well, it's going to be good. Zachary Ramos, the GOAT. He is the GOAT. The GOAT. I love it. And Brian Anderson says, good morning. Good morning to you. Can't wait. You don't have to. We are here. He's in her apron. It was great meeting you at Vid Summit. I tell you what, she's in her apron. I love that name. Look, Vid Summit is amazing. I love going there. I love to learn. That's, I think, why I love doing what I do here. By being able to teach people the things I've learned along the way to help me move up and do better, it is fantastic. Shelly saves today. Great seeing you in here. I was actually just in a training session with Shelly. We're working on the rebranding, working on a lot of things. It is really, really cool. All right. Instantly Relevant just became a new member. Thank you very much. Great to have you here. Like I said, guys, we're working on some things with our membership. We've had meetings all week. We're doing a lot of changes. As you see, I'm in here today, not Roger. We're live on Saturday. We're doing something different. All right. Sean Strong says, check out Roger's subreddit. Guys, if you don't know Sean Strong, boom_the plumber. Go check him out. Not just here on Instagram. He also runs our subreddit and our Discord group. Go check out Sean. Those are the links to it. Architectural Sheet Metal in the house. Good to see you. Sexy Voice Guy Daily Podcast. Good to see you in here. High Peaks Home. Sean Do Him. How is everybody doing? Ready to hear about some pipe being laid and how to detect. Number one, leak detection is my superpower. So we do what we do. And man, Roger is the master plumber. He is a pipe laying fool. Sean Strong, nice to see you. Sean, yeah, nice to see you, Sean. I get it. All right. And it's always nice to see Sean Strong in here. Instantly Relevant says Roger is awesome. Roger's a good guy. I think I'm better looking. I think I've got a sexier voice. I think I've got more muscles. I mean, if y'all can't tell, He doesn't work out as much as he should. It is what it is. There you go, Sean Deshawn. Shelly says, "What's up, sexy voice guy? Daily podcast. Drain Medic. Good morning to you. Great seeing you in here." I know Shelly is in the house. That is so cool. All right. So Instant Relevant says hello to everybody. Great seeing so many people in here. It is wonderful. And Eddie Vasquez, good morning to you. So what we're going to do, first of all, guys, I do have a link up top of the chat. If you've got questions you want to guarantee get answered, go to the forum. Go up there, click it, go over there. I've already got a couple of questions in there. If you can share this out, if you know people in the trades or people that may need to hear this, people that may need to hear there's an opportunity for them. I love teaching people about how to get in the trades, how to become better at the trades, how to start their own businesses, if that's what they want to do, and then how to build a business, how to build a legacy in the trades. So today we're really talking about getting into the trades. So instead of just questions today over in the forum, if you'll click on the link up top where it says ask me a question, go over into the forum and put a note in there and tell me why you got into the trades. Why did you become a plumber, an electrician, a roofer, whatever it is you're doing? What made you do that? And man, I would just love to see everybody else's stories, because we're working on a podcast. We're working on a magazine. We're working on all kinds of cool stuff that I really think is going to help people that want to get in the trades. I have people messaging me all the time and say, look, I'm afraid to get in the trades because I don't know anything. Well, you know what? None of us did. None of us knew anything about getting into the trades before we started. All right, funky music. Now, I'm not sure. You may have heard my intro music that may have popped in. Sexy Voice Guy says the intro makes me feel tingly. Watch it, watch it. Colton Casada says sipping Saturdays. Yes, indeed. Yeah, watch it, guys. Texas Green Plumbing Man is here. And I got to get caught up, man. I only have a clock in here. This is funny. It's going to be fun. Maybe I do. Maybe not. Anyway, Edward the Great says, what's up, Green Man? Let's get this green. Think about it. We're talking about getting into the trades. The neat thing about that is, man, tradespeople make money. Now, I've got a couple of responses over here in the forum. Guys, if you're in here and you're in the trades, do me a favor and go to the forum, fill it out, and tell me your story. How did you get into the trades? How did you get in the trades, and why? Why did you pick to become a plumber? I don't think I'll see any kids Monday night walking down the street with a pipe wrench over their shoulder saying, hey, you know what? I want to be a plumber when I grow up. So it's normally not something somebody chooses to be. It just kind of happens. But let me hear your story, because I did choose to be a plumber. Instantly relevant. How are you? Thank you. Good to see you again. Hello, Mr. Green. Came from TikTok. Chum Lee. Good to see you in the house. Now that's a sexy outfit. Well, I got to tell you, look, this is not an outfit. This is me. It's what I do. I am Texas Green Plumbing Man. I'm a real life superhero. My superpower is leak detection. That's why Roger hired me. There we go. Tech is hard. Leak detector guy. Instantly relevant. Look, tech is hard, but man, we've got through it. We made our way through it. Teflon then dope. That's what I do. Construction plumber in Denver, Colorado. Patrick, how are you? So Patrick, if you will, go over, and I see I'm getting some responses in there, but do me a favor, click on the link up top where it says ask me a question. If you'll go in there, tell me how you got in the trades. Tell me your story. What got you into the trades? Why did you become a tradesman? Why did you get into the particular trade that you did? Glodden says, I love your videos. Thank you very much. We have fun making those. We made one the other day. Matter of fact, y'all need to check out our Instagram and TikTok and our YouTube shorts. all weekend because we spent the other day making some fun videos. Riding with Matt says plumber of 25 years from the UK. I wish we did it better. I wish y'all did too, but that's okay. Simmer down. Gavin Thiel, hello. Sarah McCord is in the house too. Man, talk about, look, I got Sarah, I got Shelly. You want to talk about people that know YouTube and marketing? Those are both phenomenal people right there. Anthony Burb says hot. You know what? It's going to get hot in here today. And you're right. I am the greatest hero because I have fun at what I do. I get to talk plumbing all day long. Whether it's in a video, whether I'm working with plumbers, whether I'm in a live stream. But guys, this is something we're going to start doing every Saturday. It's going to be called Sippin' Saturdays. So make sure you tune in next week because I just got to tell you that there's going to be bourbon involved. The only reason there's not today is, well, I'm Texas Green Plumbing, man. I don't drink. I know I just disappointed a lot of people. Yeah, Shelly is amazing. Yes, Shelly saves the day. Agreed. Have had some intimate time with her as well. Shelly saves the day. Chumley says, I've got a question. What's the use of a 45 offset wrench? I'm a new apprentice and I'm trying to learn different wrenches for class. You know, the 45-degree offset wrench, Chumley, it will give you leverage. That's the purpose of it. Sometimes it's just getting into a different spot with it. Hello to Miss Sarah. Mobile bicycle repair 505. This is not a costume. Roger's off today. I am Texas Green Plumbing Man. And man, I hijacked the show. I got in here, I came into work today. Now, Roger hired me because my superpower is leak detection. I came into work today and I found the password to YouTube. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to get in here and I'm going to have fun. So, man, let's talk about getting into the trades. And I'm lucky. I got into the trades because it's my superpower. I find leaks. It just happens. I can't help it. But, man, it's a lot of fun. I love working with plumbers. Whenever I saw Roger's videos and what he was doing, I thought, you know what? That's the kind of company I want to go to work for. That's the person I want to go to work for. He understands what he's doing. He recruits to the trades. He loves what we do. He's always talking about learning, positivity, stuff like that. He believes that plumbers protect the health of the nation, and I do too. Now, he does have that crazy friend named Sean Strong. Not real sure about him, but everybody else that, Roger deals with is amazing. Okay, maybe Sean's pretty amazing too. High Peaks Home says the Discord's amazing. Sean Strong is so helpful. Look, guys, Sean Strong knows what's going on. That's why him and Roger are so tight. So, yeah, he's a good guy. Xenomorph says, I worked at a hardware store for a while, and your videos help me help the customers. I get that a lot. A lot of the big box stores, man, they should really contact me and bring me in and let me work with their people because I do. I get that a lot. People saying, hey, look, I went to work for this store and I know nothing at all about plumbing, but after watching your videos, now I do. And that makes it kind of nice. Number one, it makes me feel good. Sean Strong says, different wrenches fit into different spots more easily. Nice to have options. Amen. I know that. Working together like that. Piscaco, thank you very much. Good to see you in here. Michael Hirsch says, love the outfit. Mr. Hirsch, I know you're Roger's partner down at Rescue Air, that this is not a costume. You ought to think about hiring me down there too, because I'm a real superhero. My power is leak detection. It's not is that the real Sarah McCord? It is the one, the only Sarah McCord. It's amazing. Smoking in here today. And Sean Strong says, High Peaks Home. Thank you. I'll go to this next one. Then I'm going to jump over in the comments because I'm starting to get some answers in there. Michael Prankovich says, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to all y'all. What are y'all doing today? Are y'all doing anything good? Is anybody doing anything good? All right. We are going to go through some of these. First question that came in says, any advice for an apprentice plumber just starting out? And that's great. Since today we were talking about getting in the trades, absolutely. What I want to tell you, and really it's a couple of things. Riley, first of all, understand that the plumber that you're going in and working with has been doing this for a while. Show him a little respect. He's going to teach you a trade, a profession that, man, you can live with for a long time. You can make a great living with. The other thing is never stop learning. Now, there's so many people out there in the trades that they get into the trades to become a plumber. They get in the trades to become an HVAC tech, and then they stop once they get their license. What I want to tell you is never stop learning. You can move up. You can become a foreman, a superintendent. Man, you could be director of operations, or you could own your own company one day. There's so many opportunities out there. Never slow down. So Riley, man, number one, congratulations on deciding to get in the trades, but that's the biggest tip. Never stop learning. Mike says, I'm 40 years old and considering a career change from project management to trade work, plumbing. Is this viable or realistic? Or am I past my prime and getting employment in the trades? Number one, you're not past your prime. I know plumbers that work into their 70s. So just think about that. And I'm not saying you want to work till you're 70, but if you're 40, that's 30 years. That's a good retirement, depending on where you work, what you do, how you put your money up. Mike, I had an apprentice one time that was 55 years old and he loved it. So what I'll tell you is, look, if it's something you're interested in, something you think you'll enjoy, do it. You can enjoy the rest of your life. All right. Let's jump over here now because I want to see if I've got any stories yet of how people got into the trades or why they got in the trades. And guys, if y'all do something, if you're watching this, like if you can take a selfie of you watching this, if you're in front of a computer or anything, if you'll share it and tag at Roger Wakefield, I'll make sure that my team reshares it to all our social media. All right. Michael Hirsch says the trades are a great alternative to college. You earn money while you learn. Then you get to teach others what you learned. There is nothing better. And Michael Hirsch, man, that is one of my favorite things about it. All these kids these days that are going to college, they're going to get out with a debt. A lot of them are going to have a hard time paying it back. Most of them are not going to work in whatever career they went to college for. But man, when you get in the trades, you start working. If you get in to become a plumber, and that's why I tell people, do a little research first. What kind of tradesman do you want to be? Do you want to be a plumber? Do you want to be an HVAC tech? Do you want to be a roofer? What do you want to be? Notice I didn't mention electrician. Now, I'm joking. Electrician is another amazing trade career. But you go to school to learn that. You go to work to learn that. You're either in a training program. You're at a junior college. You're at a technical college. Some people like me just go to work, open shop, and get in and learn it. And then one day we get out and open our own company. So there's a lot of different opportunities out there. But the neat thing about it is once you learn it, then you get to start teaching others. It is amazing. Okay, I've got Sean Tunney in here. It says, in Pittsburgh, PA, gas certification isn't part of our plumbing program. I think it should be. Is it in Texas? Absolutely. In Texas, plumbers, now we don't run the mains. We don't set the gas meters, but from the gas meter to the house, wherever the meter is, that's the responsibility of a plumber. So these homeowners here that literally they call the gas company anytime there's a problem. The gas company comes out. If there's a leak, they shut off the gas immediately. Now you got to pull a permit. Now you got to get it inspected. Now you got to do a bunch of things. Call a plumber first. Now, if you think it's an emergency and the plumber can't get there fast enough and you need to call somebody else, call your gas purveyor or watch my video and learn how to turn your gas off. Sean Ham says, I was a carpenter and a builder. Entered the trades to be part of the solution, not the problem. Would love to be on a podcast. Well, we don't do a podcast yet, but we're working on it. We're getting ready to. So Sean, what I would do is connect with me on LinkedIn, send me a message. We go live on LinkedIn's now on LinkedIn on Wednesdays at 10 o'clock. If you'll holler at Amber, send her a message. She's always live with me. Man, we'll talk to you and see what all you're doing and what we could do. Next is, it says Denver. Hey, Roger, I had a question for you. 6 months into my apprenticeship, seem to be struggling with running cast iron and copper pipes for drainage systems in a 7-story apartment. Is there any tips on getting better at it? Here's the thing. In Denver, I'm going to tell you this. Look, you're going to get better at it over time. You don't come in the first day. You're not a master plumber the first day. It's a good way to put that. You're going to get better at it. The more you do it, the more you're going to learn, the more you're going to understand little things, just like picking up pipe in the middle. Don't pick it up on one end and fight it. Man, get in the middle, pick it up there. When you carry it, it's easier. That's just a little bitty thing. So there are tons of things that you're going to learn. I don't think it said how long you've been doing it. 6 months. Yeah. At 6 months, you still got a lot to learn. I hope that you're learning every day. And this is one thing I teach people too, is to journal. Write down, what did you learn today? What did you learn today? What do you need to work on? What can you work on tomorrow? What is coming up on the job you're on that maybe you can go talk to the superintendent and say, hey, look, is there any way that I can get in here and work on this part? I want to learn this. But one thing too, like I said earlier, the journeyman, the foreman, the superintendent, the people teaching you are teaching you a profession that will live with you for the rest of your life. Be respectful. Understand they don't have to tell you what they're doing. They don't have to take time and show you the right way. So always be respectful and learn everything you can, and never make them have to teach you the same thing twice. Happy Saturday to Amber. Chumley says, Sean Strong, gotcha. Man, I got my friends in here today. This is nice. This is nice. It's like Relevant says, why can PEX come up with high pressure pipe for steamers? Man, PEX, the pressures hold up well. Now, if you're talking the pipe or the fitting, why can't I figured that? Temperature is a big deal on it. You've got to look at what the rating is. And actually, I think that they do have some, and I'm not sure if it's a PEX version or not. I think that they do have some that'll handle steam. I need to look at that. Just enjoying the show, Mr. Sean Strong. Drain Medic says, we need more people getting into the trades. We getting old. And man, you nailed it right there, Drain Medic. We need people getting into all the trades. We need people that want to come in, that want to learn, that want to grow, but that want to make money. Because a lot of people just come in and like, look, I just want to work my 40 hours, want to get my check, I want to go home. And there's nothing wrong with that. But we also need service people that come in and say, hey, look, I may be on call around the clock. I get it. That's what life is. But you know what? You get paid very well for it. Sean Strong says, Texas Green Plumbing Man may be super, but Colton Casada is the real hero. I know, man. He jumped in and saved the day, didn't he? Chum Lee, Monkey Rich basically used the same way. It can be. The plumber, 97, Roger needed the day off. He asked me if I could step in, and I was going to be here to work anyway, so it's really not that big a deal. But when I found the password to YouTube, it was like, oh, I got this. It's man, this is good. And I mean, really, who's dumb enough to leave their YouTube password out? I mean, oh God. He may be a smart plumber, but man, he ain't very bright. Shall I save the day? Colton Casada rocks. Yes, he does. I tell you what, I love my cameras. I love the toys that we have in here. I get in here and play when Roger's not around, so I treat it all like it's mine. If you're interested in being a guest on the podcast featured in the magazine, email. There you go. contact@rogerwakefield.com. Lilybet is in here to take care of it. I love it. Look, Roger's looking for people for a podcast, for a magazine, for all kinds of things. So, yeah, shoot him a note. Amber says, Sean Strong, happy Saturday, Texas Green Plumbing Man style. We're having fun. Chumley, technically, Monkey Wrench isn't a pipe wrench. It's got a smooth jaw, so it's more related to the spud wrench. OEF says, I'm not a plumber, but I make countertop sinks, wall covers from granite and marble, so I tend to work with a lot of plumbers. I bet you do. OEF, I've got a friend who owns Stone Coat Countertops. Not sure if you've ever checked that out. If y'all have never checked out that YouTube channel, you ought to. Mike Quist does some great stuff. There you go. Sean Strong says, Texas Green Plumbing Pan knows it's not safe to drink and fly. And look, that happens to a lot of witches on Halloween night. They drink, they get on the broom, there's issues. Joe Hallman says, hey, Roger, happy Halloween. Roger's not here today, but I'll get him the message. Anyone have any scary plumbing stories? It normally starts with a flood, or there was water everywhere, something like that. So there are scary stories out there. Luckily, I got to say, other than jumping down in a ditch filled with raw sewage, trying to put pipe back together so it wouldn't leak, that's about the only problem I had. Instantly relevant marketing for founders says we'll drop in weekly. Thank you so much. Joe T, HVACR. Hello, Texas Green Plumbing Man. Good to see you in here, Joe T. Alex Asra, Alex Ursu. How are you doing? Good to see you in here. And don't be laughing at me. I am a superhero. And if Roger was here today, he would back that up. Sean Strong says, my scary story involves broken bones. Make sure you set your ladder up properly. We kind of talked about that the other day. Roger fell off of a 12-foot ladder one day. It's not a lot of fun. Denver says, what's the reason PEX pipe has taken so long to be familiar in Canada and the U.S.? I know it started in Europe a long time ago, but somehow it's new to where I live. Look, the United States gets set in its trends. Canada's probably the same way. Copper works. We've tried going to other things like polybutylene. Had problems with it. Not a good thing to do. So you got to look at what you're getting into. They thought it was going to save the world, and now we're replacing it. So it can be problems. Allergic to broke. Again, I love that name. Says, any tips for my first prefab call? Yeah, if you're going out on a job to build prefab, just, make your frame to where you can mount it, you can move it. It's not going to shift the pipe around. I was on a prefab job one time, and I was the superintendent, so we'd send the drawings in, we'd get them back. The fab moved so much, it wouldn't hold water. So we ended up having to take it all apart, using Black Swan, put it back together. Then it started doing better. So once we could get them to secure it, it worked so much better. Sean says, I haven't had the pleasure of meeting Texas Green Plumbing Man, but something about that mustache makes me think I can trust him. And you got to love that. I say, I'll watch this. I'll pin that. Would you rather work in the hot sun all day? Before you ask me anything else, number 2, or around human waste. It really doesn't bother me. You get used to it. And I don't mean like, hey, it's okay to just be in it and play in it or anything like that. It's normally not like that. As a plumber, about the only time you're around it is if you're redoing a sewer line where they've got problems, but it's not near as bad as you think. Chumley says, Joe Hallman, when I was working as non-union, an apprentice got caught up in a pipe machine. Wow. What kind of pipe machine? Like a threading machine, Chumley? Just curious. Yeah, that would be a very scary sight. The scary things I've seen on the job site, people getting caught under hoists or lifts. I've seen plumbers try to use roustabouts and overload them, and they end up falling. Man, there's a lot of things that can happen to really mess stuff up. Schultz or says work around human waste all day. Yeah, that wouldn't be fun, but it can. So that means you can detect any leaks if you know what I mean. Yeah. Not by Perquez. Is that the real Chum Lee? I hope so. Nurse Tany's in the house. Glad to finally meet Texas Green Plumbing Man. Keep up the awesome job. Thank you very much. Robert Zalkowski, plumbing chose me. And Robert, that's about the way that it worked for Roger. I've heard Roger's story. Roger literally was working in a restaurant with a friend of his. His friend's dad and three brothers were plumbers. The cool thing about it is a couple of weeks later when Roger quit or got fired, he called one of the brothers and went to work for him. Plumbing just kind of chose him. Sean says, I got in the trades because I was desperate, and that's not a joke. I really was, but I'm so glad that it happened. And, Sean, and look, Roger's told me a lot about you. Getting into the trades can change people's lives because, most of us are told growing up, look, if you don't go to college, you're not going to amount to anything. Well, as a tradesman, I got to tell you, we do pretty well. As a tradesman, you can do better than a lot of people that go to college, and you're not going to have the student debt. So the opportunities are out there. You just got to go get them and make them happen. Denver Charles Boyce, I'm not Roger. Roger's off today. I'm Texas Green Plumbing Man, the one, the only. Good to be here. Love what I do. Roger's just a plumber. I'm a superhero. Joe says, got in the trades to do better and challenge myself. It's also very rewarding to build and repair and step back and look at the end results. Completely agree. That is one of my favorite things, Joe T. Driving down a road and looking at a building and knowing, hey, I built that. Or, hey, I worked on that. I fixed it. I stopped this from happening. Whatever it is. I love what I get to do. It's amazing. Colton says, Sean says, I'm at Texas Green Plumbing Man, sidekick, leak pro boy. We've all got to have somebody. Roger's out for the day. Absolutely. See, everybody knows. Like HVAC because it's a mix of electrical, plumbing, mechanical, and science. And Joe T, I love that because I'm also a certified HVAC technician because of the leaks. It was really neat to go learn that and realize 90% of problems people have with their HVAC is electrical. 90%. Now you've got to learn boiling points of gases. You've got to learn a lot of different things, but you're right. It is a blend of everything, predominantly electrical work. Gotta love it. There you go. See, we're getting there. This is so informative. Great format. Gotta roll. I'm sure you met Texas Green Plumbing Man, but I'll let Roger know you're here. Thank you. There we go. Denver, thank you so much. Guys, we have fun. We have fun. And, if you're in the trades, you've got to understand that. It can be a lot of fun. You get to build buildings. You get to repair buildings. I don't care if you're a plumber, electrician, roofer, HVAC tech. You're either going to be building a building, you're going to be repairing buildings, you're going to be fixing problems. And that's one thing I ask people too when they first get in the trades. What do you like to do? If you had to get wet or get shocked by electricity, which would you prefer? HVAC is a little bit different. You get to really take care of customers. I think plumbers do too. Well, we all do. But, it's not like you can say, well, do you like water or electricity? Amber says, I am here. Reach out. Miss Amber Mendoza's in the house. Sexy Voice Guy says, Roger, I'll have you on our podcast to discuss pipe. Well, I will let Roger know. I will deliver the message. But if you want somebody better, I am Texas Green Plumbing Man. Roger. Look at it. He took off today. Really? First Saturday live stream and he takes off. Make sure you tune in, though, when he returns. I'm sure he's not going to be happy about me. There you go. Only 24 thumbs up. Oh, I see 31. Now it's still not a lot. If you like what we're doing here, if you like what you see, if you like the information you get, if you come here and you get value, if you come here and you're like, look, I get in and I get to learn a lot, man, jump in here. Let me know. Give us a thumbs up. It's crazy. Josh from North Texas says, what's up, boss? Just having another beautiful day. I came across your path at the supply house. I tend to be there quite often. Denver, good to see you. Uh, it's only relevant says your mustache needs a theme song. Yeah, Amber agrees. Okay, now I like this. Late Frost says in college for plumbing. Now, I was actually on the phone yesterday with Mr. Jimmy Bibb. He's the director down at the Texas State Technical College. Great guy. He's helped put together a wonderful program there. So it is actually pretty cool. I'm going to jump back over into the form. Guys, do two things. Number one, if you've got a question you want to guarantee gets answered, go into the form up top where it says, ask me a question. I know Roger should never leave his password laying around. People like me will find it. So what I would say is go to the form up top. If you've got a question you want to guarantee gets answered, go put it up there. But I would love for you to go up and fill out, if you're in the trades, what got you into the trades? Because there's a lot of people that reach out to me all the time and say, look, I can't get into the trades because I don't know anything. Well, none of us did when we got into the trades. So what I would say is let's tell your story. Jump in here, leave me a note, tell me how you got into trades, why you got into the trade you got into, or anything like that. But also, yes, if you have a question, feel free to jump in and ask it. OEF says, also need more customers that understand quality work needs time and has a price. Okay, we don't need customers that understand that. That's our job to bring that value to them. It's our job to provide that whenever we have the opportunity to get into their house and discuss options or the inspection or whatever it is we're doing. I agree they need to understand it, but that's our job to let them know. If we can sell the value, price is never a problem. Says nice light frost. That is a good thing. Josh from North Texas says happy Sabbath, everyone. That will be mañana. Denver Charles Boyce says happy for you. Happy Halloween to all y'all. High Peaks Home says Stone Coat makes great products. I'll tell you what, I'm really wanting to look at it because I'm wanting to build an outdoor kitchen. I've got about 3 or 4 videos. I want to do a HVAC install video, an HVAC repair video. I want to do a complete shower remodel, meaning I'm going to tear out my whole bathroom and rebuild it. I know I said shower, the whole bathroom. And then I want to build an outdoor kitchen. So I've got 4 big video ideas I'm working on. William C. Johnson says, I'm getting burned out as a plumbing business owner. It's not fun anymore. What would you recommend? William, what I would do is, I don't know how big you are or anything. Do you have people that you can put in position to give you more time off? If you've been doing it a long time, look, I've been plumbing for 42 years now. I love the fact that I have social media, something else that I can do. It's nice being involved with a plumbing company. I love it when the plumbers call and ask me questions or they want me to go look at something. But man, it's nice to be able to work on social media and look at how can I help a lot of people. So, I would tell you, if you're busy working in your business, find somebody who can do what you do so you can get out and work on your business. It could help you out a lot. The Plumber 97 says, I've been shining your Greenfoot logo into the sky. I need you. I have a slab leak. I love it, man. Anthony Duenas says, hello, Roger. I will leave Roger a note. Guys, if y'all can't tell, I am Texas Green Plumbing Man. Roger Wakefield is not here today. He took the day off. You would think being the first Saturday to go live, Roger would be here. No. Roger had to take the day off. But we're going to start doing a deal here called Sippin' Saturdays. And as you see, we may have a little bit of brown liquid around the office. We're gonna try to get some grills out back, and that's grills, GRILLS, out back. Come in a little early, start cooking, have people come by. We're working on getting cameras set up where we can come in and go. So it could be a lot of fun. Anyway, man, make sure y'all are here on Saturdays from 11 to 2. Actually, it'd probably be 11 to, I'm sorry, I said 11 to 2. 11 to 12:30. We might stay till 1 if we're cooking. You never know. Josh from North Texas says, I met the green plumber at Ferguson in the DFW. He's a cool person he's as cool in person as he is. He's as cool in person as he is in person. Look, I have fun. No, number one, I love getting out. I love being at the supply house with my peeps, my plumbers. I love it. Nathan Brojak, this is not a costume. This is me. I'm a superhero. Now, it's nice that you think it's a costume. It's not. It's funny that you think Roger Wakefield could look this good because he can't. As you can tell, I work out. Roger's kind of wimpy. You know, it is what it is. He's getting old too. I don't know if y'all notice that. Do you think framing is a great trade? Absolutely. Carpentry. Look, any trade where you can get in, work with your hands, build something, be proud of it, guys, that is amazing. That's what it's all about. Build a trade. Get into the trades where you can build, where you can repair, where you can do cool stuff. You're going to have something that you can look at every day and say, you know what, I accomplished something today. There's a lot of people in a lot of careers that can never say that. So that's one of my favorite things about the trade. Anthony says, I'm an apprentice residential plumber. Absolutely love. It never feels like I ever work. Man, if you're having fun, if you're doing what you enjoy, it really is pretty cool. All right. Let me see. Let me head to the next one here. I've got more questions. Guys, if you've got a question you want to guarantee gets answered, go to the top of the chat, click on the Ask Me a Question button. Go over there. I would love to hear your story, how you got into the trades. Since that's what we're talking about today, it lets others know they have an opportunity too. Joshua says, you're going to ever start a class of your own to kind of teach the trade? Joshua, I'm not. And it's funny because with Sarah and Shelly and Amber and everybody in here, I love it. Paul Peck's in the house. I'll jump right over here, Paul. But Joshua, here's the deal. I want to teach people to be better tradesmen. I want to teach them how to get into the trade, but not the trade. I want them to learn that. But I want to teach them a skill set that's going to take them to the next level. That's going to help them be a foreman, a superintendent, man, project manager, whatever. That's going to help them move up and open their own company and help them run that company like a rock star to where they can become an entrepreneur and build a legacy. That's what I'm working on. All right. Mr. Paul Peck, Drywall Tube, is in the house. Brother, I was really hoping you'd be at Vid Summit. I went out there with Roger. I was up in the room a lot. I had work to do. I was actually looking for a leak and I found it. Roger took the day off. You know, you would think this is his first Saturday going live. You would really think that he would be here. He's not. You know, Sean Strong, comment right below you. Sean, Paul Peck, people like that. Those are people that Roger's wanting to bring in for a podcast, for an interview. So, man, y'all definitely need to keep your ears open. Sean Strong, GS93, all trades are great, but some are more greater than others. Isn't that the truth? Alden Badota says, I'm a plumber from the Philippines. What's up, Texas Green Plumbing Man? Just another beautiful day. Sunray says, I started plumbing the day my wife told me she was pregnant, and I knew being a musician was a beautiful passion and a tragically difficult. Yeah, tragically difficult procession. See, oh no, he got in. Hey, who let Roger in? Roger says, who let this guy take over my show? Head's about to roll. Be back next Saturday. Guns blazing, barbecue, whiskey, and America. That's what it's all about. I don't know who let Roger in here, though. I'm going to pin it just to make him feel good. Maybe he'll take it easy on me when he gets back. Okay, back to the questions. Joshua, I don't want to teach the trades. I want to teach people the skills to make them become the best tradesman. Patrick Tharp says, Roger, just become an apprentice plumber in the San Francisco Bay Area at age 30. Too old to just be joining an apprentice program? No, I wouldn't say so. At 30, God, you can put in 30 years, retire with a pension, and still retire at the age of 60. So no, guys, I've had apprentices that started at the age of 55. Well, let's say this: they didn't start at the age of 55. They were still 55 while they were an apprentice. And man, the dude loved what he did. So no, you're never too late to start enjoying life. And you're never too late to start enjoying life. And to me, that's the best way I can put it. I know, Josh, I'm not claiming not to be an intruder. I just found the password, and you're right. It's not Roger. Roger Wakefield is not very bright. Anybody that will leave the password to a YouTube channel where I found it, yeah. Tell Roger that he should do more Saturday live streams. Joe, I tell you what, here's the deal. If y'all will tell more people, I will do it more. I'll get Roger to. Or I may come in and steal his password again. But here's the deal. Man, this is a great time to do it. There's a lot of people in here. A lot of people aren't at work right now. And I guess Roger is still in here. Here, we'll get done in a minute. Joe T says, that's the plan, man. No more Mondays. Move to Saturdays, so you better be here every week. Roger is going to kill it. I love that. Don't you worry. Sipping Saturdays are about to go down. Stay tuned. The one, the only, the amazing Mo Cooper. Roger told me about you. Let me tell you, Roger told me about you. Says, oh my, how often do you wear that costume? Well, Mo, like I said, Roger told me about you. I'm not Roger. I'm a superhero. He hired me because my specialty is leak detection. My name, Texas Green Plumbing Man. James Nolan says, I've been plumbing for 10 years and just went and got my med gas, and I love it, from Fort Worth, Texas. James, that's great. I know Roger has his med gas. Roger's got his master license. He's got his journeyman. He has his journeyman med gas, but then he's got his master med gas, WSPS, multipurpose residential, and RMP. Roger loves learning. Josh from North Texas says, do you think L&S Mechanical should be banned from plumbing? You know, I think here's the deal. All plumbing companies are not made the same. All HVAC companies are not made the same. I think that there are some great ones. I think that there are some that, man, when you go to work for them, you need to be careful. You never know. Well, and I guess you do. When you go to work for a company, you know if they're a good company to work for or not. You know by how they're training you, how they're teaching you, how they treat you. Do they have meetings? Do they want you to learn? Do they want you to grow? Or do they just want you to go make money and that's it? Opportunities are out there. I think bad companies eventually get a bad enough reputation. Somebody will do something about it. Michael Harris says, I think one of the greatest rewards of the trades is solving problems for homeowners. Me as a plumber, a slab leak detector, when I come in, because I'm a licensed plumber too, but when I come in and tell people, look, your problem is right here. This is how we can fix this. This is what we'll do. They love me. James Cohen says, I work for Dynaten Mechanical. Dynaten, a good, big open shop company around here. What I would ask you, James, is do they invest a lot in training and educating their employees? And I only ask because I don't know. I've never worked for them. Gentlemen, back over to the forum. Guys, if you've got questions that you want to guarantee gets answered, and if you're in the trades, I would love to hear your story of how you got in. Joshua says, Joshua says, do you think L&S Mechanical should be banned from plumbing? I do, along with Horizon Plumbing. Guys, there's a lot of plumbing companies that don't do things right. And I know Roger's got his master license. Roger's part owner of residential or rescue plumbing, Texas Green Plumbing. Here's the thing. A lot of companies out there don't do things right. A lot of companies out there will send untrained people in that don't know what they're doing, or they'll send trained people in that aren't good people. Make sure you check reviews and really do homework on the companies you're wanting to hire. It really can make a difference. There are a lot of bad companies here in the North Texas area, but we've known it for years. I've had this conversation with Lisa Hill, the executive director of the Texas State Board of Plumbing Examiners. I know a company in Rockwall that is run by a tradesman. He's got a friend who's a master plumber that works at another company, and he rents his license. It is illegal. And trust me, this tradesman used to work for me, and he does horrible work. I feel sorry for his customers, but you know what? He found a way to manipulate the system. It's illegal, but he gets by with it. Are people going to do that? They're going to do it every day. So check into the companies that you want to go to work for. And when we're talking about people getting in the trades, you really need to check and find out what kind of company are you going to work for. When you're reading stuff in a video and it says, hey, these companies should be shut down, and it's by tradesmen, you probably got to think those may not be companies you want to go to work for. Just saying. Michael says, for me, I got into the trades because my brother-in-law was in the trades. I tried college, took a lot of classes, learned a lot, but it wasn't for me. It wasn't for me. It wasn't what, let me start over. Learned a lot, but it wasn't for me what I thought I wanted to be at 18. I found out I really had no desire to do for the rest of my life. And I love that. And I think that is such a good way to put it, Mike. My thing is, I was 16. I was working at a hamburger place. I had quit school. I don't know if I'd quit then or if I was getting ready to. At 16. And I got into plumbing, went to work with the friend that I told you about, one of his brothers. And man, I loved it. It was so much fun. I got into the trades, thought it was fantastic. And I ended up going back to school and graduating, but I worked the last half of what would have been my junior year and all that summer in plumbing, and I fell in love. I thought it was amazing. So thank you very much. I appreciate you sharing it. And there's a lot of kids that go to college and they get there and then they realize that this isn't what I want to do. This isn't what I want to be. So it's interesting. Joshua Zura says, okay, so that being said, when are you going to teach all of what you said you wanted to teach? Josh, we're putting digital courses together. We're putting packages together. Joshua Zura, if you will reach out to Amber, she's in here, or Lilybet, let us get your information. We'll let you know when we get stuff like that up and going. Joe T says, really, Sean, every Saturday. There you go. Even the Nightbot gets it. If you are enjoying this stream, like it and share it with a friend. Missed most of the Mondays since I started working. Missed watching. Good. Glad you're in here. And it's been a while, hasn't it? And Sean doesn't ever miss. I actually had to ask Sean's permission if I could do it on Saturday because I knew I needed him in here. Jose Garcia says, happy Halloween. Happy Halloween to you out in El Paso, Texas. Jose, I got to ask you something because I've heard about, I've got a young lady who works here, lived in El Paso or goes there a lot, has family there. I got to ask you, are Chico's tacos any good? And if so, I need you to explain why. Just saying. There's the links to our subreddit and our Discord group. Thank you, Sean, for putting those in there for Roger. Christy Love says, love the outfit. Classic. Christy, I'm not sure who you are. I'm Texas Green Plumbing Man. Roger Wakefield is not here today. Believe it or not, he schedules his first Saturday live stream and he takes off. That just ain't right. I don't know why he did it, but I came in to do some work today, found the password and thought, you know what? I'm going to hijack his show. Subreddit and Discord they are great places to put pictures and videos. We love seeing what everyone is working on and the crazy things you find. And guys, we're looking for crazy videos right now, crazy videos or pictures. If you've got anything crazy, I heard Roger in there talking to him the other day. They're looking for some crazy stuff to do for a video. So, man, post it over there. They would love to see what you've got. James Cowing says, graduated in 2011, went to ATI, got HVAC certification in 13, started working for Dyna 10 Mechanical, still currently work there till this day. I love it. Brett Lill says, do you recommend union or non-union? Man, Brett, this is a good question because, I was in the union. I was open shop for 17 years, got into the union for almost 25. Got out, and I say got in. I was in the union for almost 25. I was in the union when I started my company. So started it as union. And man, the union didn't do a lot for me as a business owner. But for people, if you want to be a commercial plumber and you want to be a plumber, you can be a foreman, a superintendent, project manager. When I say plumber, you can move up a lot. The union's not a bad thing. They pay good. They have a good pension. The retirement is amazing. So they have a lot of good things. You just got to figure out what kind of plumber you want to be and where you're at. Is that what the union is all about? Because when I went residential, I talked to my union here in Dallas and they said, oh yeah, we're going to start training service. We're going to do this. We're going to do that. They hadn't done anything. So they could not give me people, which is why most contractors join the union. Killer Rob 1998 says, looking like Hulk Hogan with short hair. I didn't know Hulk Hogan had short hair. See, I'm a superhero. I don't know who he is. Justice for All, good to see you. Although Roger's not here today, I am Texas Green Plumbing Man. And if you can't tell, get your glasses fixed. I mean, any of y'all can't tell that. Look, Roger does not have a body like this. I'm just saying. I'll leave it at that. High Peaks Home says, hammer that like button. Sean, thank you very much. Absolutely. If you like what you're getting here, hit the like button. Share it with a friend. Share it to anybody you know. We are literally trying to help people get into the trades. OEF says, a little horror story at least. And that's it. I'll tell you what, let me go through the rest of my comments because I got a few more in here. Leave me some comment. Let me hear y'all's horror stories. That sounds like a lot more fun. All right, so I am right here. Joshua says, are you hiring? So I'm going to submit my resume or application. Yes, Rescue Air is hiring. We're looking for licensed plumbers and HVAC technicians. Denver again says, plumbing can be a scary trade, especially in new construction. Ended up having to remove a riser clamp to put fire caulking down for a drainage pipe. Guess another dude forgot to tighten the other riser clamps on each floor and the pipe came down. Oh, thankfully it never hit me. Yeah, that can be dangerous. And guys, that's one thing about the trades is you've got to learn to always think safely. Josh says, sorry to bug you, but love you, old man. I got into the trades because I found out through Ancestry DNA. My great grandfather was a plumber out in Mexico. I love that. Great story. And that now I love that story. What a great reason to get in the trades because you found out it's part of your legacy. How do I reach out to these people you asked me to reach out to? Don't repeat myself. Stuff online. Here's the deal. Rescue Air, Rescue Plumbing, Texas Green Plumbing. Look up any of those. Figure out how to get in touch with them. And they are hiring licensed plumbers and licensed HVAC techs. Mo Cooper says, well, hello, Texas Green Plumbing Man. You're doing a fine job. Of course I am. It's what I do. Jimbo says, my Buckeyes look pretty good here on the road against Penn State. Hadn't even got to watch it. Now, look, I am a superhero, but I am a big college football fan. That was my main reason for coming to work here with Roger. He's a Longhorn fan. You got to love that. Uh, I'm just saying. But then that's part of why I don't like Sean. He also told me that Sean Strong likes Oklahoma. Why would anybody like Oklahoma? And remember, guys, Roger will be back next Saturday. Make sure you come. Make sure you tune in and check it out. I've already donated to the cause for next week. Brought up a bottle of tequila. Brought up a bottle of bourbon. I heard it was going to be called Sippin' Saturday. So I thought, might as well bring something up to contribute. Sean says, place I was working in gave me the opportunity to seek employment elsewhere. Applied for all the jobs I thought would enjoy, didn't hear back. So applied at all 5 plumbing places and heard back from 1. Applied on Thursday, interviewed Friday, started plumbing on Monday. Man, now that's the way that it works. If you come in with a positive attitude, and this is one thing that I teach people, you were asking me about the class a while ago. I teach people how to go through a job interview. How do you interview well? How do you come in, apply for a job, and get it? OEF says a little advice for new plumbers. If a hole in a granite marble sink countertop or shower walls, get someone that knows what they're doing to make it larger. And my thing is, I don't mess with them. My guys don't. It's like, that's up to y'all. The great Christy Love in the house. Thank you. Dude, yeah, you got hijacked. Get over it. Pull your big boy panties up. Come back in. All you got to do is come to work every now and then. OEF, because drilling natural stone wrong can cause thousands in damage. Yes, it can. Michael Hirsch says it's like permits, and so many HVAC and plumbing companies don't pull them, and it is the law. Mr. Hirsch, you're 100% right. And it's funny because, since I'm a plumber, I have to go to continuing ed every now and then also. The bad thing is, I remember being in there one time, and the instructor says, how many of y'all pull permits on every job you're supposed to? Well, like I said, slab leak, that's my big deal, leak detection. I do a lot of it. So I raised my hand. And I looked around and nobody else in the room did. And they're like, well, you even pull permits on water heaters? I said, well, I don't do them. I do slab leaks, but Roger does. And they said, so Roger pulls a permit on every job he does. And it's like, yes, he does. That's the way it's supposed to be. So, Michael, I agree with you. HVAC, plumbing, electrical, if you're supposed to pull a permit, man, do it and make sure you do it every time. Oh, look, Roger's being funny. Says his muscles are bigger. That is a joke. Brett Little, currently in apprentice testing for my journeyman by the end of the year. Good for you. Plan on running a business as a master in 4 years. Any recommendations? Yeah, there's a lot. Brett, number one, always try and do everything right. Whether you work for you, whether you work for somebody else, do the right thing. If you walk in somebody's house, always take care of your customer like it's your mother or your grandmother. Do everything right every day. Joe D says, when you see Roger, ask him when he was 18, did he think he would be this far into the plumbing career? At the age of 18, and him and I've had this conversation. At the age of 18, yeah, he thought he would. But along the way, Roger got out. Roger got out of plumbing for a little while, became a cosmetologist, became a massage therapist, started doing security, was a bodyguard and a bouncer, a bartender. I mean, Roger's done a lot of stuff. But the thing is, he keeps coming back to plumbing because he loves it. There's nothing, and I think it was Michael Hirsch made a comment a while ago. There's nothing like walking in and taking care of customers. It is the greatest feeling there is. And being able to teach young people a career, a profession that'll stay with them forever. Quentin Madsen says, love the content, man. Look, I'll tell Roger. Look, Roger's okay. I'm going to skip right over that one. Roger's okay. He's good at what he does. But I mean, look, if Roger was really good, he'd have been here today. I'm just going to throw that out there. The guy schedules his first live on a Saturday and doesn't even show up for it. So I'm just saying. Just started to blow up your question section through the link. Thanks for not sharing. Absolutely. Have a good one. Uh, Oklahoma. Yeah, it's broke right now. I get it. Yeah, dude, when I open your bottles, I won't just open them, I'll empty them. Josh from North Texas says, open them, drink them, and refill them. There you go. The plumber. Do you make Lowe's ads? Man, I gotta tell you, I make videos, and look, y'all all know I have sponsors, right? Here's what I'll tell you. Uh, man, I wish my phone worked. I wish I could take a picture of my screen right now. Uh, look, I gave Lowe's a lot of leeway. Look, I love the product. I love working with Lowe's, and I think Lowe's is, man, it's a spot where pros can go and get great information. It did kind of sound like an ad, though, didn't it? Tuber turds. Gotta love it. High Peaks Home. Sean's the story. Don't know what that is. Woke up to it raining. Nope. Due to high iron in the water, had a decorative oil rubber bronze line burst due to corrosion. Ended up 3 inches of hot water in the basement. Yeah, that's a horror story right there. Sean says, Roger Wakefield's hipping Saturday, drinking game. Take a shot every time Roger says, I got to tell you. I don't know if anybody could survive that, Sean. Sounded wonderful. I just don't know if anybody could survive it. Just started an apprenticeship this week. Masharon 135157. Number one, congratulations. I think getting into the trades is such a smart career decision for so many people. The future is phenomenal. There's less people getting in right now. There's more opportunities. There's more people retiring. So tradespeople are going to make so much money. And yes, Roger did hair. Roger's first job was after his 5th grade year. So it's 1975. Roger got a job working for a farmer down the street hauling hay. And that is Mosheroni 35157. Roger may have better eyes than I do. And that's pretty bad. Josh says, need a fade where I can get an appointment. No, where I can get an appointment. No, Roger doesn't do hair anymore. Yeah, Roger's done a bit of everything. It makes it fun, though. I mean, he has lived an interesting life doing a whole bunch of stuff. All right, so Tony's in HVAC. Tony said, I knew out of high school I didn't want to go to college. Now, this is a good one. I knew out of high school I didn't want to go to college, but my parents insisted. Okay. Tony told him he was going to college, but Tony went and got a job doing HVAC. After 3 years, they finally figured out he wasn't going to school every day. By that time, he was already making a good living doing HVAC work. Now, I got to tell you, that's an interesting story. Tony, I don't know that I'd agree with, not being honest with the parents, but I love the fact that you knew what you wanted to do and you knew it wasn't college. So good for you. I do. I really like that. All right. Let me see. When you ask stupid questions, I don't even answer them. Denver says, union where I'm in pays licensed plumbers $50 an hour with amazing benefits. And look, Denver, I love this because I've been telling people here for the last probably year, maybe year and a half, that plumbers are going to be making $100 an hour on the check. And if you'll look at your union, the membership right now, and see how many people are over 55. Yeah. How many people are over 55? These people are going to be retiring in the next 5 or 10 years. Find out how many are over 60. Start looking at those numbers because that many people are going to be getting out, and then look at how many few are getting in. Just as I won't find that on my own. Uh, okay, Josh, that's a good way to get exited. Josh says, "What's this clown show?" Uh, no, this Josh, I am Texas Green Plumbing Man. I am a superhero, and my specialty, my superpower is leak detection. Christopher says, "Non-union all the way. The work on non-union jobs is so much better." And Chris, man, I'm going to disagree with you there. Look, I was non-union for 17 years. I was union for 25 almost. The good thing about the union, they have a good training program. They teach people the right way to do everything. Now, I'm not saying everybody does it. They've got a lot of people in there that don't do things right. So you got to look at the whole package. But for the most part, they train people very, very well. They train them really well. They teach them. They teach them in a completely different way. And when you look at a lot of open shop plumbers, they're only trained by the plumber that they work with. Now, what if they get a bad one? So there's different ways. There's different ways to look at it. But I would take a plumber that's well trained above somebody that learned, and I don't know how well he learned or who he learned from. One thing I'll tell you is I had two of the most amazing plumbers that I learned to work with. And it made it great for me. So by the time I got into the union, I was doing things better than most of them. You said, Josh, his name was Christopher. Not sure what we're at. On average, how long does it take for someone to learn the trade? Sorry, it jumped on me. To learn the trade, service plumbing, till they're ready to work on their own without help on the basics of plumbing. Levi 501, in Texas, you can get in a truck as a tradesman after 2 years. So that's 2 years of learning. Then you can be out in the truck creating revenue. It's great. Sean Strong says, people on Facebook need to be a bit more kind. They're lucky the live show is open to that side of the internet. Yeah, because if they're not going to be, we can remove them. It's kind of easy. Don't, ma'am, but plumbing man, I've done nothing wrong. Well, you know what? You get your way and I get my way. Mr. LTD says hello. Sean says, got to run. Thanks, Texas Green Plumbing Man. Thank you. And look, family time's what it's all about, brother. Thank you for being in here. I do appreciate it. And we are going to do this every Saturday. Next Saturday, it'll be Roger here, not me. And it's going to be Sippin' Saturday. So there will probably be bourbon or tequila or something like that involved. But it's going to be fun. Christopher Listener says, I was trained by my father and grandfather. Between them, master plumber experience. Over 80 years, both were non-union. Look, Christopher, man, some of the best plumbers I've ever worked with were non-union. But when you look at the training and a lot of the ways that a lot of the jobs get done, look, I know some amazing non-union companies, but I also know some amazing union companies. So it's not just one or the other. There's good in both, but you know what? There's really bad in both too. And that's true. Sean says, take it easy, Sean. So, guys, number one, I got a couple more comments. I'm going to roll over here and answer. Todd says, I'm an electrician. I got into electrical work because I didn't want to go to college. Again, guys, this is a big deal, and it happens a lot. A lot of kids are told these days they have to go to college. Either their parents, the counselors, man, somebody's telling them you got to go to college. The thing is, college is not the best thing for everybody. I'm gonna go back to that. I'm not sure where I do know what that red light is. I was like, man, what's that red glow on the bottom of my screen? I figured it out. Just because your parents think you need to go to college doesn't mean it's the right thing for everybody. And again, I'm not saying that bad. It's not for everybody. You've got to figure out what's best for you. So thanks, Todd. Next one, Denver says the owner of the company I work for has close to 600 employees, makes roughly 2 to 3 million a year. It's crazy how much company owners can make. And here's what I like about that, Denver, that this is why I'm teaching people. That makes sense now. This is why I'm teaching people the entire path. How do you get into the trades? How do you become a better tradesman? How do you start your own business? And how do you open your company and use social media and video and networking and all that to grow it? So perfect. All right, back over to comments real quick. Josh from North Texas says, thanks, Roger, for this. You're welcome. Levi, you are welcome. Josh, thank you very much. I appreciate it. Daniel Torres says, first off, non-union training pales in comparison to the education of the UA. Daniel, I don't disagree. I used to be an instructor in the UA. I completely get it. But me, I'm a residential service company in Dallas. My union here does not teach residential service. Josh says plumbing's the best trade of all, plain and period. Dustin Pratt says big fan, but you better not wear that to work. I'm Texas Green Plumbing Man. I wear this to work every day. Roger doesn't. Roger could never look this good. Daniel Torres says the experience gained in residential and alteration renovations what makes a well-rounded plumber. Josh says I was a banker for 10 years, hated it, became a plumber and love it. I get it. Daniel Torres says costume is splendid. Daniel, I keep telling y'all this is not a costume. I am Texas Green Plumbing Man. Roger took the day off. You would think that with him scheduling his first live on a Saturday, he'd be here. Not. Sipping Saturdays. Y'all are going to love it. Bourbon, beer, barbecue, bullets, all kinds of good stuff. We're going to have fun. Guys, this is going to happen every Saturday. Don't forget. Roger will be here next Saturday. He may not be happy, but make sure you tune in. Set a reminder if you're here in YouTube right now. Number one, if you're in YouTube and you haven't subscribed yet, hit the subscribe button and ring the bell. That way you'll know. If you're on Facebook, you might want to jump over to YouTube just so you can subscribe and ring the bell and know when it is. What's your opinion on tankless versus standard water heaters? I think tankless is great if the ROI makes sense. Is it going to be an easy install? What's it going to cost you? Do you have to upgrade? Do you have to reroute? There's a lot of things about it. Look, I love tankless water heaters. I think y'all know that. I just don't want to charge somebody 10, 20 grand to change it out if the ROI is not there. Mr. LTD, I would like to become a plumber, but I would like to work on other trades too. Eventually, a little bit of everything. What would you recommend? Pick one to start out with. I like HVAC because you learn a little bit of plumbing, a little bit of electrical. You can take all that and grow from it. Josh says, on my way. Denver says, do you have a video of fitting allowance? I don't. That'd be a good one to make. That would be a good one to make. Well, guys, look, number one, have you enjoyed it? If you've enjoyed doing this on a Saturday, do me a favor, put #yes in the comments. Just kind of interested in what y'all think, what's going on. I would love to know, should we do it again on Saturday? I mean, don't get me wrong, we've kind of already changed our whole schedule to make it happen, but I would just be curious as to what y'all think and go from there. So if you liked it, got a #yes there already. I love it. So good. Guys, look, this has been fun. I want to say thanks to the new members. I want to say thanks to Sean Strong for being in here. Amber Mendoza, great people. I know Colton was in here. Thanks for coming in, taking care of the tech end of it. Got some yeses. Devin Henderson says late to the show, but I made it. Got a yes, got a yes, got a yes. Good, because we're going to keep doing this. Devin, thank you for being here. Christopher says, I agree. Wish I had learned HVAC while I was being taught plumbing. I might be back and get trained in HVAC. Good for you. Sean is sharing the link right there and got some more yeses. Feel like we'd be risking getting that Cape caught in a rooter machine. Yes, we would. Well, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I want to say thank you to each and every one of y'all for being here. It has been fun today. I did answer all the questions on the forum, and we've had fun in the live stream. Mo Cooper says, heck yeah, plumbing is sorcery, so all us mortals appreciate you sharing the magic. I like that. And that came up on my live, but it didn't come up over here, so I can't put it up. Got a yes from Omar. I don't know why Omar's came. Oh, most just hadn't come up yet. Dustin Pratt says, feel like we'd be risking getting that Cape caught. Yes. There it is. Thank you, Mo. I appreciate it. And Mo says yes. Perfect. Guys, thank y'all very much. I appreciate y'all being here. And we will do this again. Roger will be back next Saturday, not me. I'm glad I was able to get in and steal his password. But I'll tell y'all this. Make sure you tune in next week. There's going to be a little sipping going on by somebody. So, guys, thank y'all very much. I hope you had fun. Again, thanks to Sean. Thanks to Mo Cooper for jumping in. Thanks to all of y'all for showing up each and every Saturday. Again, if you like what you see, give us a thumbs up and share it, and we'll have a little bit more fun. I'm Texas Green Plumbing Man, in for Roger Wakefield. Have a great day.